All right. I never had the opportunity to make this, but what I have right now is a 2005 Dodge Neon SXT. Luckily, it's a manual, so we're gonna be stripping this thing out. I got a couple people that want some parts. I'm gonna show you why we're stripping this out, and I'm gonna touch off on some of the stuff that if you need to source parts for your srt4, what parts will work. If I don't mention that it works, it's not going to work. There are so many things that don't, and there's so few things that do, very similar to a PT Cruiser. So let's walk around here real quick. Let's take a look at this car, and I'm gonna point out a couple things. Okay, so got fenders, side markers. I'm gonna be pulling this whole roof off of here. It's a solid roof, there's no damage. So I'm gonna cut this whole roof off. Oh, we got one dent. I lied. But we got the headliner. So if somebody wants to delete a sunroof, I will have one of those available. I'm gonna look through the doors and see if they're any good. But you can check this out. Very bad rust. This thing has been sitting for quite some time under a tree. Here's the battery that was in it. I filled in around here. There's some stuff growing in the trunk. And this other side's pretty shot. And as you see, we got a stick shift here. So we basically pulled this out of a tree, out from underneath some trees where it's been for years. It does have a new battery in it. This thing does start up. So let's check this thing out. I'm gonna start it up so we can hear the motor run. Shift it through the gears, just double check the transmission. And so far it's been starting up and pulling in and out. I'm not sure what the check engine light is. It's hard to say. That and who knows how old this gas is. So we got first gear, second gear, third, fourth, fifth, fourth, third. My transmission shifts pretty freaking smooth. I should have hit the brakes before I went into reverse, but well, I mean, what can you say? Let's hear what this motor sounds like out here. Our steering pump's making some noise. All right, I'm gonna pull this thing apart, show you what we can save, what'll work, and what's not worth saving. All right, so we got a nice empty garage. So you got to watch basically a time-lapse video. We got the car pulled apart. I did really want to get into doing some more stuff, but we just kept working and we got everything down. All right, because we were pulling some parts for someone that needed the stick transmission out of that car. So at least we found out that it worked and we got everything together for that. So, but here's just some small stuff. So, you know, here's upper mount, nice pad, vents, airbag. The AC unit's the same, lower bracket, battery tray. The coil is the same, the wires are actually different. Lower mount, some bolts right there. This is just a couple of things I had pulled for there. And I don't think I have. I collected some of these bolts because I know some of this look nice headlight bolts from a Neon. Let's walk out here. So we got 2 usable fenders. They can be used on an srt4. I have this thing outside. This is what we have. You know, you got your prop rod, your core support. You can make work. The center mount will work. You can actually use the control arms are the same. The lower cradle. You can use the steering rack. I don't know if the pump is the same. It kind of looks like it is. Different reservoir, different lines. Okay. And I mean, you know, you can use like the strut tops, but the struts are going to be different. Hood cable you can use. Wiper stuff you can use. There's various bolts that you could use, hood hinges. You could actually use this hood if you needed to for the time being. These wheels and tires would actually bolt onto an srt4. You could use these mirrors, but most of the srt4s have the folding mirrors. The doors are the same. The trunk, the tail lights, the rear bumper reinforcement. The rear control arms and knuckles will be the same. Nothing else pretty much there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that is just Neon that is usable. So, you know, you can use the doors. You can use, like, here, look, real nice door stop if you need to source one for your srt4. You can use the throttle cable or the throttle pedal out of this. Some say you can use the throttle cable. I'm going to do like a comparison there. I do have a pair of shifter cables for a regular Neon and one for a srt4 I would like to try to make a video on. That way I can show what the difference is, because people are still having problems trying to find them. The Neon, these from this car, it's a different transmission, so the cables are different lengths. All right. Can you put them in and have it kind of work? Yes, you can have it kind of work, but it's not going to work correctly and you could damage your transmission. You have e-brake handle. I mean, you could use the seats if you so desired. Any of these interior panels, you could use the door panels if you want to. You know, like that type stuff. Rear window cranks will work. You could use, like I stole the clock spring off of here for another car already. Already got our pillar pod, our pillar cover. We're using that for an srt4. So there's still a lot. There might be, I might do another video finishing up pulling off everything else off of this car. Yet, like I said, there will be some parts coming off, just not as many. You know, these, you know, you could have used these if they were good. You could use these right here. There's the center thing. If you get an aftermarket one, these won't have that, but I think like Modern Performance is offering that now. You know, trunk hinges, like stuff that's Neon specific, you can use. Third brake light, because they're hard to find. Looks like this has one good tail light. This one has some moisture in it, but I just wanted to finish that up. And you know, still planning to get this in. We're gonna cut this roof off in case someone would need it, or maybe I'll just stick it in the rafters, and down the road I'll delete my sunroof. You know, these cars are getting to the point where they're worth doing some repair to, but when you get into doing these rockers and stuff, you know, that is a structural part of the car, and you need to make sure that that stuff is done right. And that's why this is, you know, pretty much not worth fixing, kind of like some of the other ones. All right. See you in the next one.